Hello and welcome back. Today I'm taking a look at some more die-cast toys from Jada. Specifically figures and vehicles from the GI Joe, a Real American Hero line. Now everyone in the US who was out hunting toy aisles, specifically in Walmart back in 2020 and into 2021, will recognize this set. This GI Joe Nano metal fig set was heavily stocked all throughout the pandemic, to the point where I think people looking for toys in Walmart were sick of looking at it. It was sort of a Funko Pop situation. It was always in stock when everything else was out of stock. But since this initial set, Jada has expanded their GI Joe range. There's now this larger boxed 18 figure set, as well as two vehicle sets, Cobra Commander with Stinger and Duke with the Vamp. One thing to note about this smaller 6-figure set: the Cobra Commander included in this set is the hooded Cobra Commander, whereas in the larger set, it's the helmeted Cobra Commander. We know that Hasbro has an issue with releasing a hooded Cobra Commander figure, so perhaps this was a running change requested by Hasbro. So if you're into these nano metal figs at all, you'll want to track down this original 6-figure set to get your hooded Cobra Commander. On the back of the packaging, we can also see a third figure and vehicle set, which is Destro with the Hiss. As of yet, I have not seen this for sale anywhere, either brick and mortar or online. In the original 6-figure set, we have only two Joes represented, and that is Duke and Snake Eyes. For the Cobra team, we have Cobra Commander and Storm Shadow, and everyone's favorite Cobra power couple, Destro and the Baroness. And just a quick note, this is what the background of the 18-figure set looks like. So this would come in very handy for some GI Joe photographers out there. The first 6 figures in the set are the same characters that were released in the 6-pack. All of them seem to be identical in paint and sculpt, except, of course, as I mentioned, for Cobra Commander. So here you can see the helmeted version from the 18-pack, along with the hooded version from the 6-pack. There is a difference in the color of his uniform, as well as, of course, the head sculpt. So if you're not a completist with this figure, you can just skip the 6-pack and get the 18-pack to get all the characters. But if you want both versions of Commander, you'll have to track down both sets. In the 18-pack, we get 7 new characters for the Joe team. So here is Scarlet, Flint and Lady J, Dusty and Doc, and Roadblock and Barbecue. Plus 5 new figures for the Forces of Cobra, Zartan and Firefly, a Cobra Trooper, and a Bat. And to push everyone around, Cobra Emperor Serpentor. Here's the Stinger, which is about 5 inches long. It comes packed with a Cobra Commander, which is the same figure that was in the 18-pack. So no unique figures packed in with these vehicles, which is unfortunate. But that's modern toy company budgeting. What are you going to do? The missile rack just pegs in. The missiles are not removable, but if you do drop this, these feel like they would break quite easily. The black body of this vehicle is die-cast, everything else is plastic. The doors do flip up. Of course, you can't sit a figure in there because these are die-cast static Army Men figures. You can just display them alongside the vehicle. All the grape parts and the undercarriage are plastic. The wheels are hard rubber though. And it does roll pretty well. Here is the Vamp, which came packed in with yet another Duke. So now I have 3 of these guys. I'm not an expert on the original A Real American Hero line. Was the Stinger and the Vamp the same body type? because that's what these are. These are the same body, just with different parts on them. So, die cast again, with plastic on the interior, the undercarriage, etc. The gun in the back does swivel. And again, same hard rubber on the tires. And I have to say, the decals and the paint applications on these vehicles are very clean. They're very nicely done. So they will present nicely in a display. So here is the entirety of the Jada GI Joe die-cast line, of course with the exception of the HISS tank. If I do come across that, I will pick it up. These were not on my radar. The reason I got these was that the Vamp came up in a recommendation on Amazon, and the price was less than $5. It was more than 50% off. So after that, I looked at what was in the rest of the line, and everything was on sale. Not as deeply discounted as the Vamp. I did get $5 off the 18-pack, and the Stinger was also under $10. So for those prices, I think these are nice toys. If you're into GI Joe and diorama making, these would make a nice, inexpensive option to make smaller scale dioramas. That's it for my look at the Jada Die-Cast GI Joe line, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.